Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes. You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sports.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.
Yo, what up?
Man?
What's going on? What's going on? Not much. You know, we out here. We recording stuff, traveling. But this is Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo. All right, so there's a lot. We got a lot going on. Of course, we got a guest today. So I guess how was your weekend? Get those the cordials out the way.
Yeah. Weekend was good. It's finally starting to heat up a little bit, so I'm glad that the weather is starting to break. So look, man, I want to start with this, right?
Okay.
So very rarely is Anthony right.
Wow, dang. Whoa, wait, already? Okay, all right.
Like he may be right with other individuals or right with other friends or other circles that he runs in, but when it's normally me versus him, normally I have the upper hand. You were right about the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm thinking you talking about something serious. This man, I definitely was. I was.
To fire everybody in my scouting.
Oh my gosh!
You were right about the quarterback.
Okay.
I'm willing to give you your
Thank
flowers.
You. Appreciate that.
You might have known something because, and what makes this apology a little bit or acknowledgement a little bit more from the heart. When we had our debate, I was definitely taking some cheap shots, some low blows, and pause because I wasn't doing any low blowing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, that was nasty work. but I was taking some cheap shots at your scouting department and questioning some of your coaching abilities and just
downright disrespectful.
Disrespectful. So I got to acknowledge that.
I appreciate that, man. And you know what? And I will continue to take digs at you every chance I get because I was hurt, man. But nonetheless, if y'all don't know, we talk about Madden. It's crazy. Anyway, so again, we do got a lot to talk about today. So we'll talk about NFL free agency is about to start soon. The NBA season is ramping up. We'll definitely continue to talk about the Mavs and the Lakers and how they are going in totally opposite directions. But I guess I want to recap, my weekend. So of course I was covering the CIAA Tournament this past weekend, and I will say, I've covered. This is the first time I've covered it in Baltimore for different reasons. Because
so I want to ask you before you get into everything, because I remember some years past. I can't even remember what year it was. We covered when it was in Charlotte. You've had the experience of going to Baltimore and Charlotte, and did you ever go when it was in Richmond?
No.
Okay, that was a long time.
I did. I went when it was in Raleigh. I went the last year. It was in Raleigh. I went to, and again, so it was a difference because there was times where I went just as a fan, and to be honest, to party, right. So it was different. So the last few times, pretty much every time since 2018, 2019, I've gone pretty much on behalf of Off the Record.
Okay.
So this time I felt it was different. I've been when Virginia State has won before, but I don't know what it was. It was something about this team, and we'll get into it because we have one of the players here today. But the first time I watched them play, I saw them play earlier this year.
So hold on, before you get to, because I don't want to leave this.
Okay.
Is it a better experience in Baltimore, Charlotte, or Raleigh?
It depends on what you're looking for. So
overall, because I think
the overall experience right now in Baltimore and Charlotte are very comparable. I think that they're different type of experiences, right? Because in Charlotte, you have two locations. You have Bojangles, what is it? Bojangles Arena or Coliseum, whatever, and you got the Spectrum.
Right.
Then you also have the Epicenter. In Baltimore, you have CFG Bank Arena, and then I guess if you want to go and hang out, you have the main place was like Power Plant Live. So I think that they're different type of experiences. I don't even remember Raleigh because it wasn't. These two places are better. As far as like the basketball, it's better in Baltimore. It's been better in Baltimore because I did watch the games last year, and I actually attended the games this year, and the gameplay this year was crazy. I mean, I'm talking about men and women.
Okay.
The last time I covered was 2020, right before COVID, remember? And then but that was the last year. It was in Charlotte. And I felt like it was okay, but it was like, it could have been better. What I will say is that for the championship games, the fans they came out at least for the championship game. They came out. Now, in regards to the game, but it was the first year, and I forget what the guy told me, but there was no overtime games.
Oh wow,
none. And I mean, and it wasn't like they were like all blowout. These games were close. But I felt like people came, like some student, the students came out, student body came out. You had alumni. Shout out to Tiffany Sykes. We had her on the show before. She's the new AD at Virginia State. Pretty much announced on her birthday. So I mean, shout out to her. We're gonna do some more work with her. But yeah, I mean, and then you have Virginia State's president. I know, and listen, everybody, there's no slight at no other school, but Virginia State by far, and it's not even close, has the best president. You just don't like the things that this guy does. You don't see this from
a genuine person, and just
and as a fan,
yeah.
I mean,
and just like
very relatable. Now, and I'm not saying that President Moore, when we were there, and that's a while ago, but President Moore, I'm not saying that he was a bad president, right? I'm not gonna say that. But if I think that a lot of things would have been different with the school itself had President Abdullah been our president.
So I think they serve two different purposes, right? So President Moore, from what I've always heard, he was on Douglas Wilder's cabinet when he was the governor.
Correct.
And I believe he was like a treasurer or something like that. And when he got to Virginia State was in severe financial trouble.
Right.
Under his leadership, it was able to move it into the right direction. So I think financially, he was probably what the school needed at its time.
Right.
But the student body, I think, and this is no lie, the only time I saw President Moore was at graduation.
Yeah.
The entire time that I
maybe homecoming. Maybe homecoming, but
I don't even recall ever seeing him at homecoming. Maybe
I played football
3 times in my 4 years, and that's including.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's including graduation.
Okay.
So I say that the way things are ran now, you have to be out there with your people. You have to be relatable.
Absolutely.
You have to be really engaging with the student body. You have to be engaging with the alumni. You have to take pictures. You have to be seen on the yard. You got to be at the school activities.
And it's social media. So
right.
So you got to be around. You got to be visible.
But it never feels like that he's just there because he has to be there, right? It's just all
Like he wants to be.
Like he wants to be there. He's in tune with what's going on with the basketball team. He's in tune with what's going on with the football team. But yeah, definitely shout out to him.
All right, so I mean, let's get our guy up in here. So our guest today is a member of the Virginia State basketball team. He's a junior. Don't quote me because I forgot what part of Virginia he's from, but he was also the MVP of the CIAA Tournament. Let's get Jacob Cooper in here, man. Let's get this man up in here. What's up, man? How you feeling?
What's up, y'all? What's up with it? What's up? Chilling.
Let's get some horns real quick, man. All right, man. What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. Feeling great.
All right, so you've been a champion. You're a champion now. It's been what, 4 days? How's it feel?
Yeah, going on. Yeah, 4 days. I mean, it feels great, man. I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling, really. But it's unexplainable, really. For keep it real with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do got a couple questions, right? So MVP of the tournament, you're a champion. What's next for you, like? Because I want to make a tough question for you, right? So you have a lot of players in this day and age. They start to look like, okay, could I possibly play a D1? Should I be going like overseas? So what's your next step? Like, what's your next goal?
First and foremost, I'm trying to go back to back. That's first. And two, after college wise, I do want to play overseas, and try to pro level out. See where it take me from there. But for the most part, though, I want to go back to back though.
Okay, that's a great goal, and I want to tell you to be a champion. That's tremendous for the alumni, right? You know what I mean? To be able to celebrate that and to be able to have those bragging rights over all the HBCUs. Thank you for that. So, definitely appreciate it.
All right, so I let's talk about the tournament, man. So, y'all played 3 games, and I was at 2 of them, right? I couldn't make it to the first one because of some other stuff, but the game you guys played against in the semifinals, y'all played the champ Lincoln.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I will say that I thought that was a good game, and I asked you in the post game because they went on a run. You guys was up, they went on a run and took the lead, and I want you to repeat like what y'all feeling. How did y'all feel? Because there was a timeout called. Y'all was down 1 after they came back. What was the feeling, and what you tell the guys after that run?
Just to make sure we all stay composed and stay together, and just can't let nobody get in this inner circle we got going. There's still a lot of time left on the clock, and we just got to come out with this win. That's plain and simple. It's no tomorrow. That was our motto.
All right. What part of Virginia are you from?
Virginia Beach.
Okay.
757 area. Yep.
What high school did you go to in Virginia Beach?
Green Run.
Okay. Green Run.
Okay. All right. So I don't want to get you in trouble. All right. I don't want to get you in trouble. You got Coach Blow, who's probably never gonna leave Virginia State. They might build a statue for this guy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So your high school coach, when you compare your high school coach and how he ran his program to your college coach now, who you taking? Which coach you choosing?
It's actually crazy because when I first got here, I used to just call all my peoples back home like, yo, this feel like high school all over again.
Okay.
Like coaching wise, just teammates, everybody, just the camaraderie of the group. It just felt like how I won when we won in high school state championship. It just felt like the same type of group atmosphere, and they coach the same way. They're not going for no BS. Like they keep it real with you. So it's like I couldn't tell you who I'm taking. I'll probably take my high school coach though, for sure.
Okay.
I'll take my high school coach.
Coach Blow ain't gonna have. He might. You know how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's what's up. Yeah. All right, so back to the tournament. But we'll come back to the tournament. Did you guys ever get a chance to like watch the girls play? Because you both teams had a hell of a season, right? Did you guys ever get a chance during this tournament to actually sit down and watch them play?
I know we watched them. I think it was their second game. We always catch like we watching them. We always catch like the first half because anytime we was able to watch them, they had played the game before us. So we'll watch like until halftime or until whenever it's time to go in there and talk before the game. But because we kind of do whatever we want, kind of like stretch and whatever before the game. So I mean, yeah, I watched it. Me personally, I watched a lot of the girls' game though because I got family on the girls' side, so I show a lot of love to her.
Awesome.
So, if you had to describe your game, how would you describe it?
Under control, at my own pace. I don't let nobody speed me up. Get to my spots. Heady, just smart. Know how to draw fouls. Yeah, that's really it though.
What do you think you're going to focus on the off season to improve next year to go back to back?
Everything really. Just getting my touch right, staying in that gym. Really, that's the main thing. Just staying in the gym, perfecting craft, and working on new things that can help me get to that next level.
All right. So who's the one teammate, past or current teammate, that you look to get advice from if things aren't going right? You know, you may be having a rough game or whatever. Who is that one teammate, again, past or current, that you talk to or you go to?
I would say now, like the teammate I go to is probably Kendall Bonner. He showed a lot of love. He knows the game a lot, and he's always good with pointers and teaching new things and understanding.
Okay.
All right, so I ask you, it's not a basketball question.
Okay.
But this is something that when I went to Virginia State, you were instantly judged by your freshman dorm. What is your freshman dorm? What was your freshman dorm?
I didn't go to state my freshman year. My first 2 years, I was in the school in South Carolina at Lander University. But the freshman dorms there were really, we kind of stayed in apartments, but it was like two people in one room in their apartment. But we had a living room, we had a kitchen. So my freshman joint was actually pretty smooth. It was just I had to share a room in the bathroom. But other than that, it was my freshman style was cool though.
I was hoping you was gonna say Williams Hall, but
nah, I ain't stay. I've heard about it though, because my little brother go to school here.
Okay.
Yeah, my little brother go to school, so I've been in his dorm.
Where does he stay?
I believe he's staying in Howard, somewhere in the back.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess that's like the quad.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
It's over there by quads. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So we could talk some how many siblings you have?
I got one little brother. That's it.
Okay. All right. Is he gonna play ball or he just a student?
Nah, he's just a student here.
All right. So again, so you know, you want to go back to back, and let's talk a little bit about Virginia State as a whole and your experience there. I want to say I believe it was last year or the year before last. One of the football players was like, he was also a transfer. I think they called him like the king of NIL. What's your take on NIL and how everything is going on right now as far as like the transfer portal, NIL and things of that nature?
Oh man, I understand it. Like for why dudes make moves. I've tried to make the move myself, but also it's all about fit for me. Fit, how the coach treats you. Go somewhere where you're wanted, not I can't even think of the word. Not tolerated, where you wanted and not tolerated. Right. So that's huge to me. Yeah, celebrated, not tolerated. Yeah. That's huge to me. But NIL wise, it's just like, because I know a lot of dudes that go get a lot of bread but don't play, and that's really like, that ain't my vibe. Like I want to hoop. That's the whole main thing behind it. It was never really the bread for real, but now that's just played a part. So it's kind of like it play a factor in it, but it just all depend on the fit or just where you're wanted at and how you treat it.
So I got a question. I've been waiting to ask one athlete this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys get like a ton of like education on like NIL money or how to maximize like your brand? Because I look at athletes now and it's like it's almost the minute you step on the campus, you have to start thinking like, hey, I'm a brand. This is my business. So do you guys get like a lot of education with that?
So in the beginning of the year, we had with the I think it's called Influxer, the little NIL job we have as the student athletes here. They run you through everything. They kind of took us through everything on how you're supposed to do this, that, and the third. But other than that, it's kind of like you kind of probably got to do your own research or have. I know a lot of people had a lawyer look over a lot of NIL agreements. So it's just really that's all it really is.
All right. So campus life. Yeah. Again, you back to class now. You had a week off. How's it been on campus since you've been named MVP? Forget the championship part. How's it been on campus since you've been named MVP?
It's been cool. I kind of stay off campus. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really go on campus too much. Yeah, it's either I'm either at class. I don't really go to the caf much. I kind of cook at home a little bit, eat at the crib.
Okay.
But I've been on campus probably like 2 times since then. It's just everybody show love though. Everybody know what's going on for the most part. Everybody just chanting and shouting out certain stuff. So it's a lot of love being shown on campus for sure.
And President Abdullah, what's your thoughts about him? I know you heard us bragging on him, but what are your thoughts?
I'll be bragging too. Yeah. he cool, man. He show a lot of love also, and he's very in tune with the program and the different stuff that's going on around. Like y'all said, you don't see too many presidents around as much as he is and showing love and taking pictures and stuff like that. Right. So that's huge. It's huge to the community, to the school, university, all that.
All right. So who do you root for in NFL? Please answer right, man. Come on.
I don't got no team for real.
Okay. That's better than saying certain teams.
Nah. I used to like the Ravens.
Okay.
But then it's kind of like I kind of fell off when like Ray Lewis and all them left. I just fell off with just paying attention to everybody. But I don't like to say I like them now. But I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. Other than that, though, I don't got no team though.
What about NBA?
I don't got no team for nobody for real. I just like watching it. I'm very big on just watching. I don't really have no team for nobody. I just love watching the game.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot.
All right, bet.
Who is your favorite player that you like to watch in the NBA?
I like watching Kyrie. Trying to think of some points.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, but before you answer that, what about CP3? What's your thoughts on CP3?
I was just finna say Chris Paul too. That's great.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was at the games, especially the Lincoln game. I was like, this. I was about to curse, but this dude reminds me of Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you the one thing that said that I thought about. He was at the free throw line, right? He was at the free throw line, and it was towards the end of the game. So they got the lead. They got to make the free throws to win the game. And one of the players from Lincoln took the ball. He was like, "Let me get the ball and wipe his jersey," right? Right. So it was so supposedly he's been doing that all year. But I was like, so he got pissed. He was like, yo, he put the sweat all on the ball. So he gave the ball back to the ref and made the ref clean off the ball.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was then he went and made the free throw. So I was like, man, he got to make the free throw now. I'm telling it was another person, another media person right next to me. I was like, he did all of that. He got to make the free throw now.
Got to.
I was like, man, he was a dog. I was like, man, this is crazy. But
yeah, I used to watch Chris Paul a lot when I was younger, man. My dad was a big Chris Paul fan, so I just watched a lot of his game. Kind of modeled his game a little bit after me, really, or a little bit after him. I like watching Kyrie just because he got so much packed game.
Yeah.
I'm a big Allen Iverson fan. I just go back and watch his. I watch his highlights. I watch Derrick Rose highlights. Yeah, for the most, I like low key dudes like Tyler Ulis.
Okay.
I like dudes like him. Like that's just got natural game, natural bag to them. They don't got over athleticism. He not 6'6". Like he's got regular real. He been working on his game for a long time. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got somebody in the comments, and they asked a question.
I'll post it.
Yeah. I guess this is where fire minds want to know. You see what the question? Gotta ask. Hey, you're the
MVP,
point guard, championship team,
leader of the team, junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go on campus, but I know they got to come find you at the department. They like, man.
Yeah, I mean they be out, man. There's girls everywhere. They be outside for sure. Yeah, I kind of stay out the way. I like to stay low key. I like to stay low key and out the way. I don't like everybody all in my business, none of that. So
understood.
Yeah, but the girls definitely out here though for sure.
And look, you answered that like an NBA point guard, right? Like a trick question because that gets you caught up. So I see the interview. So way to sidestep or dribble around.
It looked like you had practice answering that question.
Yeah, for sure.
It don't seem like that was the first time you was asked that question. That was good. That man is media trained already, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy because me and my homies back when we was younger, before like high school and in high school, we used to always just practice like dumb stuff, like getting interviewed, like how we got to work on interview etiquette and like stuff like that. So it all come into play eventually.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. So who do you feel, whether it was a player team, who do you feel was your toughest opponent? And it doesn't have to be this year. It could have been at your previous school as well.
I would say I just give all due respect to when I was at my last school at Lander. It was a school from Florida called Flagler University, Flagler College, and I'm 0-4. That's the only team I'm 0-4 against. So it's just I always get them. I got to get them their respect every time it's brought up. And they just I couldn't even tell you how they was just that good. Just how I'm 0. I couldn't even tell you how I'm 0-4 against them. To be honest, they just hooped though. Games? You said what?
Were they close games?
Yeah, one of them, like last time we played them, they blew us out though. I think that's why it just stick with me. They beat us by like 30. Yeah, but the other games was very close. Like we lost like off just like little dumb turnovers late, like just little stuff. But the rest of them was close for real though. But I'm just 0-4 against them, so I just gotta show them love.
What team in the CIAA do you think gives Virginia State the most problems?
I'm gonna be honest. I think just a lot of times we just beat ourselves. But to answer your question, though, the most teams we probably had the most trouble with was probably Bluefield State, or I'm trying to think of some teams in the South. We ain't really had no problems with nobody in the South. Yeah, we ain't had nobody, no problems.
Don't worry about it. It's like that in football too.
yeah, we had no problems with the South, but the North though, I would probably just say Bluefield State, just because they play style, they just press the whole game, tire you out. But it's like on the other side, they tired too, so it's like you just got to be able to go hand in hand with them.
Right.
And it's just they play style really. I'll probably just say that's it.
So Ant was telling me it's an athlete for Bluefield. Is that the school that you were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You recall
the player was it Hines? I think he was the player of the year in the CIAA.
Yeah, he got player of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So what do you think about his game? Cause I think he could ball. I think.
Yeah, he can hoop for sure. He got game with him for sure. He just know how to use his body. He athletic. He got pretty good game though for sure.
All right. So, all right, man. Forget basketball and sports. You got your off time, man. What do you do for fun, man? What is an off season type day that when you're not working out, you scrolling through Instagram, you watching TV, what's your show of choice?
Okay, so school out. It's just off season. Well, I'm in the gym, so I gotta include that. For the most part, though, when I'm off season, I kind of try to rest my body as much as possible because I actually started to learn how to just be able to just chill and it give that body some time. So that's been huge for me over the last year, actually. But I wake up, I don't do nothing for real. I live down the beach, so it's like my mom lived down the beach, so it's like sometimes I go take a walk.
Okay.
I like to do stuff on my own, kind of like fishing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like that just regular. Right there. I be just trying to learn new stuff, man. Like,
yo, next time we go, man, we gonna send you the invite, man.
Okay, that's a bet. Yep. Yeah, I'll be down for whatever.
Yeah, I took this guy fishing, man, and he had college sports on the whole time. He had the football game on.
I was fishing. Hey, look, listen. To fish, you gotta have a ton of patience.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, it's like one of those. You have to be one with the earth type thing. And I was like, man, I need to know. My parlays is on the line.
Facts though. I just look at it as like just a peaceful environment though. It just gets especially if the weather feel good. It ain't too hot. It ain't cold.
Right.
I really like crabbing. I like crabbing a lot.
Okay.
That playing the game, watching TV, try to find a new show. Okay. Them really the main thing. Other than that though, I'm probably on my phone scrolling on Instagram or something.
This guy caught his first fish, but was looking at a highlight.
Oh my God!
All right.
Hey man, nah, it was cool. I did have fun though. It was fun.
Yeah.
So, before I even go to anything else, I'm gonna tell you because one of my boys told me to recommend a show called Paradise. I haven't started watching it yet, but I know you probably ain't had time to watch it now. But it's on Hulu, right? It's on Hulu. They said you should watch that, so I'm gonna get that out the way because I hear about Paradise every day, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch it.
So look, I'm gonna be honest. I like the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good show, but it is a little bit overhyped, right?
Man, see, Scott about to start some trouble now. Cause
so look, I'm gonna be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should watch it, but I mean, like, I had people telling me this is the greatest show ever. I had people telling me,
nah, it can't be
best thing on TV. It's like the best thing that came out in the last 5 years. It is a good show. It is worth watching.
Okay.
It will have everybody's attention, but we got to calm down, man. We got to relax just a little bit.
Right. It can't be the best show. It can't be.
You, man, every time I pick up my phone, man, Paradise. Matter of fact, fan of the show. I think he might even watch. I just looked and saw we need season 2. Marcus Thomas. I saw that Facebook post that you.
Oh man! All right. All right. So we about to be done, but I got a couple questions for you that we've had arguments on. Give me your top 5. Give me your top 5 NBA players of all time.
All time.
All time. Oh, you want to make it 10? You want to make it 10? No, we got other questions, so let's keep it at 5.
We keep it 5.
I'll modify that question. I want to hear his top 5 points.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna start off by saying this: like anything, if I haven't seen them play, like, so I'm not a big Mike fan. So like,
hold on, wait. Hold on. So you taking LeBron over Mike?
Yeah, I be saying I take Kobe over Mike, but like, is it? But I feel like him and Kobe the same. They really like the same game. So I'm taking Bron as number 1 though. Off rip.
All right.
Yeah. I'll take Bron all time.
All time point guards. Let's go all time.
All time point guards. All time point guards. So I'm gonna go Steph.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Steph. AI.
Okay.
Steph. AI. Trying to think of some dudes now. Nash.
Okay.
I probably got to throw Nash in there, Chris Paul. There's so many dudes, though. Chris Paul.
No Magic?
I didn't watch Magic. But Magic is cold, though. Magic is cold. Like,
what year was you born, man?
03.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm 03.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's a lot of people. That's why I don't never like mine is just I guess I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of dudes play. So I like dudes like I don't know. Do you put Luka at the 1 because he's gonna be in the top 5 eventually?
You can put Luka at
yeah, I guess you could put Luka at the 1. I mean,
I want to take it a step further because you named some players that I don't think they're great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm never going to disrespect them, but they're not in a lot of people's top 5.
Yeah, for sure.
So Steve Nash, what do you like about his game? What made you put him in your top
5? Just how he controlled the game, played at his pace, dimes, make plays happen. He just make it happen. For real.
What makes you put Chris Paul in your top 5?
I just like his game.
Okay.
It's very like methodical. He just like doing whatever at his pace. Literally, like he doing whatever he want. He drawing fouls. Go ahead.
Luka too. What made you put Luka in there?
Luka just good though. Like I don't even put Luka in
Yeah,
there.
Luka's a monster, yo.
Yeah, Luka like really just got game. Yeah.
All right. So you got 2 more. You got Steph and you got AI. What made you put those 2 in there?
AI, just from growing up, him being from around the way, and just watching his game, like just watching highlights and turning on film on him, just really just paying attention to him. And Steph, he's just Steph. I think Steph got to be in there regardless. Like I'm like top 5, all that regular, not just top 5 point guard.
Now, I agree with you there. Now, what's been debated on this show is if Allen Iverson is a point guard or a 2 guard. So
yeah, but you can say that about a lot of people too, though. Like Kyrie. You can say that about Kyrie too. To me, Kyrie, I feel like you can say that about Luka, but Luka get a lot of assists too, though.
Yeah. So I feel like I always felt like AI was a point guard, but then they went and got like Eric Snow and had AI play off ball. But I mean, I still look at him as a point guard. Scott doesn't. And
no, I look at him as a 2 guard, right? I think because of his height, he was always put into. So basketball, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson, right?
Okay.
No. I'm just gonna say it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It used to be if you were a 2 guard, you should be 6'4", you should be 6'5", right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you were a point guard, you were the shortest guy on the team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AI, in my opinion, kind of revolutionized how everybody looks at 2 guard, right? Because he kind of put it out there to where, okay, you don't have to necessarily be 6'5". You could be 6 foot and you could still give buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Kyrie, yeah, you could list him as a 2 guard, but I think where he doesn't get a lot of credit is he can play off the ball. Kyrie, while playing with LeBron, really had to learn how to play off the ball and still be able to excel at his game when playing with a dominant ball handling forward. You know what I mean? So I think you go, and same with Steph too. Steph plays really well whether or not the ball is in his hands or he's playing off the ball. So I think those attributes definitely make them really good guards. Position-wise, yeah, they're considered point guards. But I think what makes them great is that they can still create for other people, or they can play with another point guard and still figure out ways to impact the game. So now I like your listening. You're right. You can say that about either guy, but I think if you've got that dual attribute to your game to where, hey, just put me on the court, you put another point guard, I'm going to play with him. or you put a 2 guard, I'll figure out where to fit in that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you and everything.
You can follow me on Instagram, jcoop, JCOP.0. That's really where I'll be at for real.
All right. So, I mean, season's over. And what's your plans? Other than school, of course. Well, what's your plans?
We got NCAA tournament too. So we trying to make a run in that.
When does that start?
Next week. We play selection show this Sunday. We play our first game will be next Saturday. So
next Saturday. Are you guys, since you won the tournament, will you guys get a home game or you don't know yet?
No, we're getting away. It's at the number 1 seed. I think we'll probably end up being like 3rd or 4th seed. So whoever number 1 seed is, that's where we gotta go.
All right. Well,
where is it? Where's the first round at?
Whoever the number 1 seed is, I believe it is gonna be West Liberty, but we're not 100% sure yet.
It'll be. So where's West Liberty at?
I couldn't even tell you.
Okay. well, I'm if it's somewhere within reason.
Yeah, that's
if it's somewhere, if it's within reason, definitely be there. Just let me know or whatever.
For sure.
You said selection show is on Sunday.
Yep.
All right, so we'll make it happen, and either way, man, y'all got our support. Man, you got a whole alumni group support, man. It's gonna be people. It's gonna be a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you now. It's gonna be a lot of people that you're gonna be like, who in the world is that?
For sure.
Gonna be pulling up and saying X, Y, and Z. You're gonna get a bunch of hell states and all sorts of everything because again, we want y'all to make that run and you definitely have the support from us. So
appreciate that.
Once a guest, always family on the show. So hey,
for sure, appreciate that.
Talk a little basketball, bring some of your teammates, man. You guys are always welcome to come through, man.
Definitely.
Taking the time to speak with us, man. And best of luck, man.
Appreciate y'all for real.
Go get that other ring, man. Go get
trying. We're gonna try to get that jump for sure.
If they outside and they want to be groupies, bring them along for the ride.
They can go for sure.
Let the groupies get up. No, don't listen to Scott. You can listen to everything else he said. Don't listen to that.
Oh man.
All right.
Thanks, though.
Hey, we definitely appreciate you, man. And yeah, man, whatever you need, just reach out. And
appreciate that.
It. All right.
Okay, appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out, man. Jacob Cooper, baby.
Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all, man.
All right, peace.
All right.
All right, man. Shout out to Jacob, man.
That's, has a good head on the show.
Absolutely.
And look, he doesn't even look like he is concentrating on like.
Oh yeah. No. He locked in. He locked in
to where he needs to be, and that's great to see.
That's man. Scott said to bring him along for the ride. Yeah, he must be stopped. But all right, so I mean, we got some more time, and we definitely got to talk some NFL, right? I mean, well, you know what? since we on the basketball, let's stay basketball for like a good 3 to 5 minutes. So I do want to talk about the Mavs. Kyrie just got hurt. He's out for the season, which ultimately is going to be like next season too. I mean, because if you tear your ACL, that's pretty much a 9 to 12 month recovery type thing. So that's unfortunate. If you're the Mavs, do you just sit AD for the rest of the season, or you try and make a run with the guys you have? AD comes back in a couple weeks and try and make a run at least for the play-in or the 6 seed.
So the smart move would be just to sit AD.
Okay.
Right? I think Kyrie, like you said, he's going to be out. Not a career-ending injury. Like
right.
he can come back. He can still be good. Where I get concerned with the Mavericks is you got the potential to lose Kyrie Irving, right?
Yeah.
Right now, he's got all the leverage, even though he's hurt, right?
Yep.
You look at, okay, I'm playing more minutes now. This is how I got hurt.
Yep.
Now You trade away somebody that I had really good chemistry with, got along with, which, I mean, for Kyrie Irving, and we, as much as we've heard about him, most of the time they talk about like he doesn't really get along so much per se with his teammates. So you got a guy or had a guy that he really had great chemistry with.
Yep.
I mean, this is a disaster. And so look, we have to be patient. They win a championship next year. They sign Kyrie. They get healthy.
If who win the championship next year?
If the Mavs do, I don't think no money on it. But I'm just saying, like, if they get a championship out the deal, and everything works, and they're in the position where they end up getting KD, they got Kyrie, they got Anthony Davis, all those guys are healthy, they go on a run, then okay, it works. But they're in danger of, they've already let Luka walk. Kyrie Irving could look like, okay, you guys are crazy because it's not just about maximizing money, but how do I put myself in the position to where I think he's either going to be 33 or he's almost 33. So he's got to start looking at, okay, like, do I really want to be on a team that I've got to play this many minutes? And, you know, who are you bringing in with that? So if they lose him, and I'm Anthony Davis and I'm looking around, I probably am going to demand the trade because he's getting older. And I'm sure that he wants to play for a contender. And if all three of those guys, and if you're KD, you're definitely not walking through that door. So
what if they trade for KD? Let me tell you what they turn into. They turn into the Brooklyn Nets when KD and Kyrie went, because now it'll be Kyrie coming off of a season-ending injury. Okay, remember KD missed the whole season because he had ruptured his Achilles in the finals. And then I mean, it just didn't work out, you know. So I mean, the Mavs are a mess right now. Unfortunately, they can say what they want about Luka. One, the way they did him was dirty. And then after that, it was just like there wasn't really no plan in place. You're saying that the window is now and you're trying to win now, but you bring in Anthony Davis to pair him with Kyrie, and they both have injury history, you know, so it's like it didn't make a lot of sense. So I think that the GM that made the moves has the backing of ownership. Now, I could tell you this right now. If Mark Cuban was still the majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks, he would have never been nowhere. He would have still been there. And so now what it looks like is that the current owners don't really care about basketball. If they're signing off on trading a generational talent like that, they don't really care about basketball. So,
and to your point, I heard that was all money, right? They didn't really want to pay him the max contract, and like you said, they walked away from a generational talent. They really didn't get. When you walk away from a generational talent like that, you've decided, in my mind, that whatever you do, you're not going to consent, right? So, you know, there's been teams in the past that made trades like that, but they've been crappy teams.
Right.
So what they figure out is they're like, you know what? We're going to rebuild. We're going to take a step back. We're going to recruit draft picks. We're going to develop. You gave your generational talent away to quote unquote get better when you just got older, which I always say this, basketball is a young man's game. Like you can have older veteran players and you can have a older superstar, but your team cannot be filled with all old guys because they get hurt.
and tired.
They're tired. They got to rest. Like you got to.
You know what a perfect example of that was? The Cavs that year when they had Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, LeBron, Isaiah Thomas, these old dudes, and I think by the time the end of the season came, I think like 3 of them was there. You know what I'm saying? It was like Isaiah Thomas was gone, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, all gone.
Yeah.
So
really, actually, you look at most sports.
Yeah.
Football. I mean, you can have veterans in there, and you can have people in experienced positions, but you can't have like a whole bunch of just 9 and 10-year players on your team. You need that youth.
Absolutely.
Because like you said, people get tired. I want to tell you this, right? If, like I said, if they lose Kyrie Irving, you have to fire this GM.
I mean, he got the backing of the ownership. So we'll see. But we've seen GMs before have the backing of the ownership and get fired. So we'll see. We could go to football. Saquon is he got the highest ever contract for a running back.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah,
well deserved. He performed. Yeah, man, shout out to Saquon, man. I want to say this. I've always liked Saquon, but I think if somebody was done dirty and really like just showed out based off of him being done dirty, I mean, there can't be any better feeling to get released from the Giants, go to their rival, rush for over 2,000 yards, win a Super Bowl, and the next year you're the highest paid running back.
Talk about it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't get no better than that. You know,
better than that.
So yeah, shout out to him. You know, now I will say, I wish we could have went back just a little bit, like a year. And so the Cowboys, they restructured CD. They're about to restructure Dak, which is going to free up so much money. And I'm like, damn. Because remember last year, I was like, I felt like if we would have got Saquon, I felt like Saquon would have done to the Cowboys what Christian McCaffrey did to the 49ers that year. And I stand
what he did to the Eagles.
And what he did to the Eagles,
he changed. If I'm not taking anything away from any of those Eagle players, if Saquon doesn't walk through their locker room, they're not Super Bowl champions. He made that much of a difference.
I agree.
What he was able to take off of Jalen Hurts' shoulders, with them having the rushing attack and really having a stud running back to go with those pieces that they already had, and to be able to get him for dirt cheap and still be really running, because really, if you look at it, Saquon had a lot of injuries early in his career. He's had a couple seasons to where like he's been pretty durable, and he's kind of like cleaned up. Like him and Christian McCaffrey have a very weird, like some years they're just there, and some years it's just like they're just going to be hurt. He runs like he doesn't have a lot of mileage on his body. Like he's still like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. So the legal tampering period, it starts on Monday. And then players are eligible to sign on Wednesday. It's a lot of free agents out there. You know, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got a bunch of receivers. I guess Devontae. Is Devontae Adams? Well, he's not. He did get released. So you got Devontae Adams. You have Stephon Diggs, who I think is washed, but whatever. Cooper Kupp is gonna end up getting traded. I don't think they're gonna cut him. I think they're gonna find a way to trade Cooper Kupp. I mean, there's a ton of players that are going to be available. And there are a ton of teams that have a ton of needs. And there's a lot of stories like the 49ers. What are they going to do with Brock Purdy? Do they say forget that and bring in Aaron Rodgers? I don't see that happening at one bit.
I will. If we did that, I'm not going to say I would disown my team.
Oh, you just going to be a fan for a year? You going to put them on punishment? Hey, you know who you sound like right now? You sound like Anthony Adebayo in 2024. Oh, hey.
I saw Aaron Rodgers, Max Crosby wants him with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that article where we were even entertaining that bullshit. If we are entertaining that bullshit,
mm-hmm.
It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough to. I don't. No. You
don't even want to think about it. They about to have Scott lose his damn mind.
Yeah, nah.
But I did hear that, and I was just like, no way. I highly doubt. I would rather. I would rather pay Brock Purdy than. I think Aaron Rodgers should retire. That's just my personal opinion.
That's what I can't figure out is like.
I mean, he's washed. He's washed.
Something. And look, I've always been an Aaron Rodgers fan. On the field, you know what I mean? Like he's had his off the field issues or whatnot, but his Jets tenure
was bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Terrible.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, what he did to that franchise.
Well, the franchise was already bad. I mean, it didn't get any better with Aaron Rodgers.
All the trades, all the players, the OC. I mean,
it was bad. It was
firing of the coach, and I mean, just never getting better. Him being hurt the first play of the year before, and really, honestly. Had a really good defense. Had a really good defense that he should have been able to accomplish something with all the weapons that he had. Now, that offensive line, to your point, I don't believe it ever really took off like it needed to. But, yeah, I'm good on Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, that would be crazy. But we'll see. Again, there's a lot of moves. I think next week we'll talk about it some more because at that time we're gonna have a lot of information in regards to who's going where, who's staying where, who did X, Y, and Z. I personally hope that the Cowboys don't pull. They're not gonna do it. Not 2 years in a row. Not 2 years in a row. I mean, we'll draft a running back. I do like that. Amarion Hampton. I actually would prefer him on the Cowboys than Genty. But I mean, again, we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting. It's a long off season.
Yeah.
This really is. I think right now the two things we got to get locked into is it's March.
March Madness.
March Madness. I'm pretty sure that we're going to catch
Madness
up on a lot of basketball. And then as boring as the NBA has been, I really find myself back into the swing of things with okay. Yeah.
I can make a confession. Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
The last month and a half for NBA has been high. I ain't gonna lie. I know it's been alright, man. Yeah.
Okay. This is what I kind of been waiting on. The first, I want to say, before the All-Star break, I was catching games, and
I wasn't.
I'm in these fantasy leagues, so it's forcing me to really
not me
look at the stats and look at who's balling or whatnot. But Golden State we could talk a lot of crap about that Jimmy Buckets trade, and a lot of people did. They're playing some pretty good basketball.
They are.
The Lakers, I hate to admit it.
Jamal might
have been on to something.
He might have. I know there's a couple people that was in the thing saying that they would take that bet in the chat saying that they would take that bet. We could go back and find out because he did talk to me. He said, "Yeah, he thought I took that." I was like, "Why would I take the bet? I didn't care. I didn't care enough."
No, you didn't take it. Look, they're playing well. Boston looks scary as normal. I know Cleveland went into Boston. I believe that was Friday. I think Cleveland is on now, but Cleveland looks good. So it's heating up. I think what's messing the NBA up is it's a lot of critical injuries. A lot of people out of
contention.
Yeah, well, not even out of contention, but they're just hurt.
Hey, so let me tell you something, Scott. This is all fine and dandy, and we'll have plenty of time. We'll have plenty of time to talk about the NBA, but we got some off-season stuff of our own to do.
Oh yeah.
So it's time to go.
And I can see that Cats is watching. They ready to hit that advance button. So. I ain't mad at them, man.
Hey man, you know what?
I got some moves to make, and I want to tell you right. There is nothing worse than going into an off season and not having the right preparation. And doing the right draft analysis.
It's like real life.
Looking at the right free agents. Figuring out, like, who I didn't sign. And I got one thing to say, though.
Okay.
We were on the phone earlier.
Right.
I said, yeah, I got all these X Factors. I got all these superstars because I checked everything this morning, right?
Right.
Man, they hit that advance. They stripped like at least half those guys I was looking at this morning. I said, downright nasty work. Look, I had one guy was a superstar this morning. They downgraded him to a brown chip.
Damn.
Nasty.
Well,
nasty.
We gonna see.
I was so hot. I was like, I'm right back where I started from yesterday.
Oh man! All right, man. We gotta get out of here. But real quick, man. Shout out to Bam. He's the all-time leader in Miami Heat history. With double doubles with 222 double doubles. Among other people. It feels stupid. Who else deserves it? Shout out to Virginia State men's and women's basketball team. Again, both teams made it to the finals of the CIAA tournament. Unfortunately, the Virginia State women lost to Fayetteville State. So again, shout out to Fayetteville State. Congratulations on the championship. Shout out to Bluefield State as well. They got some good ball players. Again, shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany Sykes, she the new AD at Virginia State. Shout out Virginia State as a record label, family, and a mother crew. All right. If you went to Virginia State, we down with you too. All right, anyway, whatever. We got bars today. But nonetheless, we out of here. I think you got anybody deserve any shout out, some flowers. Shout out Scotty, man. I will tell y'all about that a little later, but yeah, man. Anybody? Nobody?
Nah, man. Just everybody support the show, man.
Support the show.
Bye-bye, Trevor. Yeah, he don't want to resign.
Damn. All right. Well, we out of here. This is off the record. I think. Yeah, this is off the record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Scotty B.
Hey, yo. I can't find. Oh, there you go. We out.
We off the record. Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
with you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo, and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.